have tours, and we kind of devised a little thing called Tea and Tours for 10, and it's a 2-hour tour that people in their groups could come in, and I'll do a historical lecture, and I'll tell a story for about 35 minutes of just how it came to be, and some of those backgrounds and sidelights. And it goes back to the original picture on the site. There is always an audible gasp, because what they see now and what they saw that original picture, it is frightfully, the discrepancy is huge.
Does it feel like home? Does it feel like Does it feel like home? Will I ever know when it feels like
Well, on the first part of Chapter 8, we discussed kind of the journey it took, a long, hard, excruciating journey to get this place restored to its original, if not even better, glory. Now it's time to at least give you a little bit of a taste of how far along it's been since the last tour I took viewers back in 2006. We rejoined with Bruce Stahr, who will then at least give us kind of a little bit of a, show us the ropes around what we call the Leavitt House, now Prairie Creek. So,
All right, Caleb.
Bruce is completely all yours. Now interject with questions as we move along.
Very good. Well, welcome to Prairie Creek Inn. We're going to show you the Leavitt House. It's part of the campus here that includes now not just this house, but the original farmhouse called the Cottage House, the original barn, and those two structures are 113 years old this year. This house is 102, and we also are building a cabin down by the lake. We have 100 acres with a lot of hiking trails and just a lot of cool things to do.
Right.
But for now, let's just show you the house here.
That's what we're looking at.
Okay, why don't we start here and we'll go on into the parlor.
And that room is definitely going to look familiar to viewers because this is where we were for the first part of Chapter 8. What kinds of things we may have not seen when we chatted earlier?
Well, the fireplace we referenced and how it keeps us warm. It's a remote control gas fireplace by Vermont Castings, and a very nice unit, and keeps this area and the whole house really pretty warm in the wintertime. It's a lovely place to sit and visit around breakfast time or even in the evening. We have a big double front door that we just walked through. You can close those or leave them open and have a great time here with some privacy or with them open. On in here we have our dining room area. This is where we serve breakfast to pretty much all the people who come here. Even when they stay in the other houses, they generally just wander over here and have breakfast with us. It also is used quite a bit for rehearsal dinners and for other meals when people rent the whole house and they have a family reunion or a birthday or anniversary party. So this is quite a nice area to congregate and play. We have a very old Steinway grand piano here that for those who like to play, we allow them to put a tune together for us or for themselves, and that's really a nice thing to have as part of the home. Each floor has at least one bathroom. The 4-level elevator we talked about on the tour is one of the doors that helps people go up and down so they don't have to use the 46 steps if they don't want to. Off the dining room here is our kitchen. So we're kind of the nerve center of the place. We serve all of our meals out of there and do a lot of the other things that are required to run a bed and breakfast. So that's this area.
Nice.
And next I'd like to go ahead and take you down and we'll show you the Wrangler room.
the Wrangler room.
Yeah, a little different type of decoration than the style you saw upstairs so far in the video. This is kind of a casual place where we just hang out and enjoy a lot of time. There's 3 different zones here around the wood-burning fireplace, around the aspen table and chairs, and kind of the viewing area. We have a 100-inch projection TV. We do have Dish Network here. 200 or 300 old movies, VCR, DVDs. We have DVR on the Dish Network, and
yeah. So if you really wanted to watch Husker baseball and you couldn't watch it live, there you go.
Here you go. Yep, absolutely. We have a nice walkout door. Goes back to the parking lot, down to the cabin, the trails, and all that. There's a real nice 3/4 bath here with a large tiled shower stall. And in the future, we're going to put a kitchenette together back behind where you're standing right there. So that's the
Well, right now, this isn't much of a stove back here that's hidden.
Yeah, it's an ornamental antique stove that we'll just have for looks.
So it's not going to be used for the
Oh no, it's just for looks.
Okay, so now we're heading upstairs. We were in the downstairs. This is kind of the more living areas. Okay, and when I say living areas, I don't mean like where we just were. This is kind of the sleeping and staying areas. So, which one do you want to go with first?
We'll just go around the corner here. This floor is the main sleeping floor. We'll start with the Golden Sunset room. It has a nice queen-size bed. We just recently added an antique head and footboard that came from the estate of the lady who we bought this farm from, and that's not on any of our website pictures yet, so you're kind of the first one.
You saw it here
see
first, folks, right
There you
here,
go.
TCS Films, YouTube and Facebook, right here.
But this and the next room we'll see, and the Inspiration Point, all have excellent views out onto the prairie, kind of a south and west exposure, and it's really bright and cheerful. And
Wow.
place to spend some time.
When it's not nighttime.
Well, it does. I think there's a good forecast for day to come tomorrow. I think the sun will
Right.
come up.
Fortunately, we're not in Alaska.
Next, I'll show you the Prairie View room. This is one of our larger rooms. It has an Ethan Allen king-size bed, and it's very
Holy
comfortable. And this is one of our most popular rooms, and has, again, it's called Prairie View. So for some reason, I guess you can see the prairie from here. Has a nice Bierstadt print. This room has an optional private bathroom set up for use.
You're right, I can see my car from here.
If guests like to, we can open this door and lock the one with the hallway access. And one other room on this floor has that same opportunity.
Right. That I'm guessing is the restroom.
Gotcha.
This is one of the bathrooms on this floor. We added this in. This actually originally was a bedroom, and we condensed down to just have 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on this floor. Right now, there's a jacuzzi-type inline tub, which is very popular.
So is this a shower or a hot tub?
Yes. It's both. You can do either. You have the opportunity with the touch of a lever to make the water go wherever you want it to.
As long as it doesn't do both and make me slip and fall.
Well, speaking of slips and falls, we have installed grab rails in most of our bathrooms around the bath and shower areas. And that does help our guests who sometimes need a little stability. And so we're glad to have that available as well. Okay, next we'll look at the Legacy room. Another one of our king-size beds. And this room has a
Some kind of, not really a guitar, but what do you call this?
It's a mandolin.
Mandolin, okay. I was thinking of something different.
Yeah,
I was thinking of banjo.
Oh yeah, a little bit like one. And there's a
Similar.
balalaika over there that is just for display. It's
Right.
an old unit. In the near future, we plan to put a little tiny bathroom around the corner next to where you're standing.
To another room, what do you call this one?
This is called the Homestead room.
Homestead.
And this is one of Maureen's favorite rooms. It's has the only full-size bed, and it's a smaller room, and we're not going to put a queen in, but it is larger enough to accommodate 2 full-size people, and it's also used a lot by sometimes a single will come in here and stay, and it's a very comfortable room to just get away. Very
It
quiet
seems to
corner
be a
of the
little
house.
warmer in this room than the other rooms. I mean, is there a kind of a cooling system in here? Is this, you know?
Well, actually, we don't have the heating or air conditioning on right now because it's middle of May and it's very
Gotcha.
nice outside. So the windows are closed. We haven't had guests here before the tour,
Yeah.
so the air hasn't been turned on yet, and it is all again under the heat pumps and is very comfortable during the time that people stay. All right, let's show you the other bathroom on this floor. It has an antique mansion clawfoot tub.
Okay.
Complete with completely remodeled plumbing and re-chromed and reused. You can go on in and take a look.
This
We
is
also added
interesting.
added a shower combo for it for those who want to take a shower.
But this generally more or less for bathing and washing more so than
Not for watching
Spray.
TV, not for walking the dog. It's
Well, I
pretty
didn't
much,
think-
yeah, personal hygiene in this room.
right. Well, I guess you could wash the dog in here. That'd be
Well-
probably a little easier than doing the jacuzzi.
There's only one problem: we don't allow pets in the house because it's
Oh.
basically a new house inside of an old shell, and there's no pet dander. There's no residuals from any pets, so we decided to not allow any new stuff. A number of our guests are kind of sensitive to things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we've
So
got
we
another
got the
floor
west
with it.
bedroom. I mean bathroom. Excuse me. You don't sleep in the tub unless you're
One more level to
blanked out in the hot tub.
And this is the top floor. It originally was never used, and we decided to fix it up and create a couple more bedrooms. The unique thing about the two rooms up here, the Cedars room, which you're standing next to, and also the Inspiration Point room, have sofa sleepers, so you can sleep up to 4 people in each of these rooms. All the rooms on the second floor that we looked at are pretty much designed for 2 to a room, although we do have an ottoman that opens up for a child and can be put into one of the rooms,
Right.
and a rollaway that we can also use.
Right.
One very popular
Here.
use for this top
Come here, everyone.
One very popular use for this top floor is as a suite, because you can rent out both rooms and have the living room and the bathroom and just total privacy. Clear up here on top of the house. Well, not on top of the house, but on the top floor.
Right.
So
if
that's
you're
been really nice.
sleeping on the very top of this house could be very hazardous to your health.
The Inspiration Point room is my personal favorite room. It has a queen pillow top bed, very tall bed, and also the sofa sleepers that I mentioned. It also has an antique walnut bedroom set and an excellent view of the prairie. There's a little writing desk there that's been used by a number of our guests. One person has actually written a book while he was staying here.
I'm assuming that book did not start the words "Dear Diary."
No, it was called Dad's Class by a gentleman named Dennis Nunn, actually.
So, like, what kind of went into the decision to do something like this?
That's part of
with
the bedroom set that was given to us.
Okay.
Antique walnut set.
Mm-hmm. And the wallpaper.
Just to accent the room.
Gotcha. So, like, how much attention to detail was put into this, and how much of it was purely donation?
Well, the donations were part of the attention to detail. I mean, we worked hard at trying to make things look good together
Right.
with what we had been blessed with and given. And in some cases, there were little consignment sale finds. Some things were inherited from family members, but a lot of things were just donated. So anyway, this is the Leavitt House.
All right. Let's go back down to the main level, and we'll have a few final thoughts down there.
All right.
And I will mention that the amount of oldness and antiqueness is something you absolutely cannot deny when you look through this house. But another thing you will notice is how different this was. I mean, you don't see much gray and probably as much annoying dust and dirt in here. This is well polished and well maintained compared to when this thing was still under preservation, renovation. This is now technically a building that's in business and completely in use, as mentioned, with various guests using these various floors. So,
I think it unlikely that anyone would have wanted to stay here while we were working on it.
not even I would do that, and I've known you far longer than this very project since, as we mentioned, from the very beginning of Chapter 8. So, you look back to when this house was first moved here, and now is a for real working bed and breakfast. How much of this how is this, well, you know what, you ask your own question, because it's very difficult for me to actually kind of put this into words, because this is beyond words, the how far away this has come. Really it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a dynamic exercise. You mentioned it's now a working bed and breakfast. It's actually also a working farm, and we actually work quite a bit, which we've already talked about.
Yes.
So one of the operative words for us is work, so that others can come and enjoy and play. The little secret is, when no one's staying here, we really enjoy it and have a lot of fun too. So, kind of the benefits of it.
But you didn't hear that.
Well, we don't work all the time. But we do have some long
Yes, we do.
nights.
Yes, we do. Well, it's definitely well maintained, and it's been quite a pleasure to be able to come here and to be able to see the place and talk about it and reminisce and all that stuff. If you get a chance to come here, please do so, because there's a lot more than what we just covered in this little short tour.
But yeah, come see us sometime. I hope you feel comfortable here, and we'd love to host you for an overnight, a weekend, or a larger family group. And even if you've been here, come back again. I mean, after all, things are always changing. For instance, today, this just came in the mail from a guy in Kansas. So, who knows what's next around here?
You didn't see that. These things don't combust.
Internal combustion.
Any-
Spontaneous.
Bruce and Marine Stair, Leavitt House, Prairie Creek Inn, thank you so much. Join us next time as we will talk with a head of an organization that deals with orphaned and abandoned kids, as well as rescuing folks from the potential of slavery in multiple Asian countries, which you'll be absolutely shocked, but possibly encouraged at the same time at the kinds of work being done. That on the flip side. So like, what's the oldest artifact you have here, since this is completely filled with antiques? Yeah, people can't
A
see
lot
it.
of emotional damage, a lot of physical damage, a lot of spiritual damage. The only way you're really going to restore that girl is for her to know Jesus, to know all that is past, and what her purpose really is in this life.